Hello, my name is Scuria-Herman, and today I'll be speaking on the topic of turning 21. So today, on the day I'm filming this, it is my birthday. I've made videos like this the past couple years, starting with on the topic of birthdays when I turned 19, and then on the topic of turning 20 when I turned 20. I don't plan to make this for every year. It's just the significant years. It just so happens that the last 2 years have been significant. Because turning 19, even if 19 wasn't a significant year in and of itself, in, I believe, development of a human in society, even if that wasn't the case, it was, my birthday. It was me making a statement on birthdays. And then 20 is that sort of cusp of adulthood. I think 21 is also a certain milestone in adulthood. For a lot of people, 21, for anybody really in America, 21 releases a lot of the final restrictions on children or former children. A lot of people's minds go straight to alcohol, and they usually celebrate their 21st birthday by getting drunk. I have no interest in this. People also say it's, when they get their license and stuff. I got my license. I don't plan on getting an over 21 license because I'm just not going to drink. I've seen the kind of thing that alcohol does to people, and I have no interest in having that happen to myself, especially because I know of my sort of addictive personality, and I do not think that would mesh well with alcohol, or maybe it meshes a little too well. But yes, I don't believe that I'll ever make a habit or even go out of my way to drink alcohol. If I will drink alcohol at all. And I will especially not drink alcohol today. Because that would not be something that I would want to celebrate my birthday doing. It is interesting, because the whole concept of celebrating my birthday, I don't really celebrate my birthday, I've noticed. Which I think the last few years I've been dealing with seasonal depression. This time of year used to be my favorite. It used to be the best part of the year, and I still believe it is. The only problem is nostalgia, the pain of going home. The last quarter of the year, it's the stretch with all the holidays, right? Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, if you celebrate that. And my birthday. All of these things I loved as a kid. Except Thanksgiving, I've already said. Was it last video? Yeah, it was last video. I talked about Thanksgiving a little bit. Last chronological video, not last on the topic of. But Halloween, I loved dressing in costumes and getting candy. Those were my two favorite things as a kid. Hanukkah, that was a special time between my father and I that I sorely miss, and I don't think I'll ever get back. Even if I would be able to repair my relationship with him. Christmas is a time of festivity, a time of giving, a time of jolliness. And New Year's is a time of reminiscing and moving forward. Here's the issue. I don't dress up for Halloween anymore. Not only could I not pay for my own costume, but I also... I don't think it's right for me to really go out on Halloween, because people in my age bracket are going to parties and getting drunk, which, as I said, I'm not really going to do, even if I was 21. I did go out this Halloween for a girl, and I think it went well, but it definitely wasn't the holiday that I celebrated as a kid. And it is innately depressing. Even if I don't like Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving is a time of family and coming together. I always spent it at my grandma's and stuff like that. This year, my grandma invited me, and I had to say no because of my projects that I had to do, my finals and stuff for college. I still have to write my essay. Even if I don't like Thanksgiving, that's still another opportunity that's cut off from me. My birthday, I can't celebrate it anymore. In high school, I'm pretty sure I told this story before on this channel, but in high school, throughout my life, my birthday parties have never been planned by me. Obviously, I was a kid. My birthday parties were controlled by other factors, my parents. So my parents would tell other kids' parents to go to my birthday party, and that's how I was able to have birthday parties. And then my parents decided, you should do your birthday party, you should set it up, you should invite people. And I was intimidated by this, but I was like, okay, I'll try. Now I've known for all my life that I don't, won't, and haven't had friends. The people in my life that I was close to that would closely, and not even closely, but they're closest to resembling friends are not my friends. Still, I invited every significant person in my life, save my father, because he didn't want to go. I invited every single person. It was under 10, but it was still, a lot of people for me. Every single one of them either canceled, said nothing, or said they were going to go, and then didn't show up. I was left standing in the cold for like an hour, or maybe more. I don't remember. This was years ago. I was in high school, which is terrifying to say. But I waited and nobody showed up. The second, this is what I'm saying. The second that the obligation from my parents to their parents to force them to go was not there, they did not go. The only reason people have ever showed up, ever cared about me, is through obligation. No one seeks me out of their own accord. And that day was very eye-opening for that, because I knew that I didn't have friends, but now I knew that even the concept of care is foreign to me. It's something unachievable. Until I give them a reason to care about me, I will remain uncared about. And since I haven't had a birthday celebration, since I've always been alone on my birthday, of course, that may be different. I may have a dinner with somebody or something like that, but it's not. It's not the same. It'll never be the same. Because the age of obligation is long since past. Then you go to Hanukkah. As I said, I will never get that time back with my father. I will never be able to celebrate that again. I would have to find my own family to celebrate it with, which is far off if it's ever going to happen. And then Christmas, I can't really celebrate Christmas. There's no place in here to put a tree up. Santa doesn't visit dorms. I don't get gifts on Christmas. I can't give gifts on Christmas. I don't have much in the way of money. And so I'm sort of bereft during that holiday season. And then New Year's comes around. And New Year's is kind of terrifying for me, because it is the cusp of a new year, but it's another year that moves forward. And I still haven't achieved what I've set out to do. I still haven't made people care about me. And that's terrifying because, what if I never do? What if I fail? That's the theme about a lot of my characters that I've noticed that I keep writing, is this concept of what if I fail? Almost all of my characters think that to themselves at some point, and that's part of their big character definition, which I don't know if anybody has picked up on that consistency, because again, people don't care. I've also been told, I believe, but I've noticed that my birthday videos are the saddest videos on this channel, and I literally have a video, on the topic of death, which is about someone I know dying, and I literally went to his funeral, and somehow I don't think that that's as sad. as my birthday videos, because it's such this poignant time of perpetual solitude that really puts everything into perspective. My payment website sent me a happy birthday email and it said see who's celebrating, and I tried to see, but it wouldn't let me log in. I don't know, it's just the idea of care is just so devoid of presence in my actual life. It doesn't come up, it doesn't show up, it doesn't propagate. I need to find a way to, I don't know. I was gonna say to propagate care in my life, but it's others' decision whether or not they want to care for me or care about me, and it's people's decision that they don't want to, and that's their decision. And who am I to really say like, oh, you should care? I don't think that I'm gonna force them to care. That's not really something that's my sort of prerogative, priority, any of that. I did have a good birthday present this year. The Ren video is blowing up. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to do badly. I genuinely, if you hear what I'm saying in that video, I genuinely was like, well, I guess no one's gonna watch this. But apparently that did well, and that's just in time for my birthday, so that's nice. I wish I had happier things to talk about, but I just don't. I think every year my birthday has been worse than the one prior. This is a very low time in my life. Last year was a very low time in my life. The year before was low. If you go back years enough, I guess... No, I don't even think that that's the case, because even the party that no one went to, even the year after that, it was so much worse because I didn't even put anything together, because I lost the faith in people to show up. So I didn't even do anything. I feel like that was worse, and then it just keeps getting worse from there. Among many metrics, I'm an adult now. And the issue is, I think last year I was saying I don't feel like an adult. I think this year I want to feel like an adult, but I'm not treated like one. I'm not able to make my own decisions. I'm not able to do things for myself. I still have to defer a lot. I don't feel like an adult, but I want to feel like an adult. So it's not a choice, really. Nor was it last year, but now I'm actively seeking being an adult, and it's just not there. I'm trying to think if there's anything more that I had to say about turning 21, but truth is, I don't know that much about it. I just turned it. I'm not okay. And my birthday is always such a profound proof of that. Because it is a time of isolation, no matter what. Well, there's not much I could really do about that. Hopefully I reach a point in my life, I don't even think it'll be by next year, but hopefully before I reach 30 or something, in 10 years time to the day, hopefully I have someone in my life who cares. Because care without obligation, I feel like for others, is far easier to achieve than it's been for me. But yeah, I have no problem with alcohol. I kind of have a problem with alcohol, but I understand that it's legal and people can drink it if they so choose, and that's their choice as adults. I just know that I will be making that choice of myself, as in I won't be doing it. Thank you guys for all the support on everything, and I appreciate it. But it doesn't translate to real life. And regardless of how well this is doing, I still need to get my life together. And I feel like this is reminiscent of the fact that I haven't, that I am 21 now. How did I end the last video? Happy birthday to me. I think I said everything I need to. So, that'll have to be it for me. So therefore, until next time, adieu.